Hello everyone. Hello YouTube. Um, Welcome to Java Tutorials Lesson 3, and today we're going to talk about comments and white spaces. So let's start with what comments are. Comments are sections of code or lines of code that actually reminds the programmer of what particular parts or sections of code mean. So you put comment there to comment on a code, so it reminds you of what the code actually does in case you forget, because sometimes the code might be symbolic based, so a lot of symbols in the code, you can forget them. Some languages have very scary structures such as the C languages and so on, so you need to comment your lines of code so that you can be reminded of what it does. So that is what comments are used for. Now we are going to learn how to generate comments. To generate comments, you need to put together some symbols to generate a comment. Now the first one we're going to look at is a multi-line comment and we are going to look at multi-line comment. We have two types. We have single line comment and we also have multi-line comment. So you're going to look at the single line comment. With a single line comment, you need backslash, two of them. So you are going to use two backslashes. You're going to use two backslash operators. So you bring your backslash operators, then followed by your comment. So your comment could be anything. It can be any reminder. So let's say you have a line of code, say if I equals 5, you'll be looking at loops very soon, don't worry, and it's control statement. So when we get there, you understand the if. Now let's say this is a line of code. Let's say it's just a code, don't think about it too much. So this is a code and you want to be reminded that be reminded of what this code does. So you can type if I is the same as 5. So this line of code is hidden from the compiler. So the compiler cannot run this plain English, because this plain English is a syntax error for the language. So when you take this off, you're going to be flagged an error because it's plain English and the syntax of the language does not accept plain English. So you need to hide this from the compiler so that it will be only visible for you, the programmer, to see. So that is the importance of comment. Now let's move on to multi-line comment. Now with multi-line comment, you are going to need the backslash operator, the star operator. So you bring the backslash operator first, then the star operator will follow. Then you enter your comment. As the name suggests, it is multi-line comment, so you can enter comment on a multiple line base. So this is how it looks. A star operator. Now to begin a multi-line comment, use the backslash and the star operator. Now to end the multi-line comment, use the star operator first and the backslash operator will follow. So now we are done with the multi-line and single line comment. Now we are going to move to white spaces. Think of white spaces as the sections of the page where you write your code, where there are no lines of code. So let's say this is a page. Let's say this is a page for writing the code. As you can see, we have highlighted everything here. Now the parts where the highlights didn't cover, say here where the cursor is the white space, so there are no codes there. Now let's look at some examples of the comments we talked about. So in this page, you'll be typing some things that we're going to comment. So the first one we're going to Type is the simple display function we've been talking about since. So system.out.println hello world. So we have a single line comment here. You can see this is the hello world program. Yes. So as you can see, we don't have a syntax error. So let's take away this. Now you see it's underlined. So we have a syntax error here. So this proves that it is the suitable operator for a single line comment. Now let's look at multi-line comments. So we said the backslash and the star operator for opening, and then the star operator and the backslash for closing. So here we can have some code here, so some plain English text just to remind us. And also comments are used for hiding sections of code from the compiler. So let's say we wanted to hide our display function from the compiler. We just put a single line comment symbol in front. Now let's say you had 2 lines of code that you wanted to hide from the compiler. Send it out of println, say hello YouTube. Sorry. So let's say you wanted to hide this from the compiler. You can do it in 2 ways. You can use 2 single line symbols, or you can use the multi-line symbol. So when the lines are 2, it will be much easier, but when you have about 100 lines, I don't think you are going to be using the single line symbols for all 100 lines. That would be very tedious. So that is all for multi-line and single line comments. Now in this same page, we're going to talk about the white spaces. So we said white spaces were any line where there is no code written. So as you can see, we have the number of lines here: 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So now it counts the white space as a line, as we said. So the development kit counts it as a line. So as we said, there is a line, there is a code here that we don't see, but the computer is able to read it in computer language, zeros and ones. So that's all for white space. White space is any part of the page where no code is written. So that's all for white spaces and comments. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe.